Hello, everybody. Welcome to AADL Storytime. My name is Christopher, and I'm joining you from my house, my living room, and I hope that you'll enjoy the stories we've got for you today. You know how I like to get started, though. There's a little song called Clap Everybody, and if you don't know it, I think you'll be able to pick it up pretty quickly. Will you join me? Oh, clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Welcome to story time. I think you've got it. If you want to clap along, bang a pot, make some noise to accompany me, that would be great. Let's try it with the banjo. Clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello, welcome to story time. I know some of you know hello in other languages. Let's do Spanish. Oh, clap everybody and say hola, say hola, say hola. Clap everybody and say hola, welcome to story time. And it's also Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. So let's do Hawaiian. Oh, and it's aloha. Clap everybody and say aloha, say aloha, say aloha. Clap everybody and say aloha, welcome to story time. Let's do one more. Let's do Hebrew, shalom. Clap everybody and say shalom, say shalom, say shalom. Clap everybody and say shalom, welcome to story time. Welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you can be with me today. Now, you know what else I like to do to get warmed up for story time? Let's do the Grand Old Duke of York, one of my favorites. Are you ready? Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. I think you've got it. Let's speed things up and go faster and faster and faster. Okay? Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. All right. Good job, everybody. Let's take a look at our first story of the day. It's Frederick by Leo Leone, and I think that you'll enjoy it. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful old stone wall that ran the length of the pasture where all the cows grazed and the horses ran. Inside the wall lived a family of mice, and they were gathering seeds and berries and nuts and wheat and straw for the coming winter. They were busy working day and night, all of them. Well, all of them except Frederick. Frederick was not. And when the other mice would say, "Hey, Frederick, are you helping us work to get ready For the winter, Frederick would say, "Oh, I'm just enjoying the sun and collecting its rays." The other mice said, "Well, okay." And when they saw Frederick sitting, looking out at the beautiful meadow, they said, "Frederick, what are you doing?" And Frederick said, "I'm admiring and absorbing all the colors of the meadow." And when they saw Frederick with his eyes closed while they were hard at work, they said, "Frederick, are you dreaming?" And Frederick said, "No, I'm collecting words because the winter is going to be long and gray." Well, little by little, the days became colder and colder, and finally, winter came. The mice had done a lot of work, and they had put all their stores aside and had gathered so much to last through the winter. At first, there was plenty to go around, lots of seeds and berries and nuts, and they all had a merry time talking about silly foxes and whatnot. But by and by, the food began to run scarce, and the stories were all told. And they said, "Frederick, what was it you were saying earlier about collecting things and collecting words?" And Frederick said, "Yes, I think it's time." And Frederick began to tell them all about the beautiful sun and its golden rays and how it shone down and warmed everything. And the mice began to feel a little warmer. And then Frederick told them all about the colors of the meadow, all the purples and pinks and the bright greens and the yellows and even the browns and all the colors of the flowers. And they were cheered. And finally, Frederick recited a beautiful poem to keep them occupied and to lift their spirits, and all the mice were delighted. And in that way, they all passed through their winter days, and spring approached, and they were grateful to have a poet among them. The end. Thank you for listening. What else do we have today? Oh, something I haven't done before. You know, though, it'd be great to have a little snack halfway through this story time. Wow, if only I had a cookie somewhere. I used to have a cookie in the cookie jar, but it's gone. And I think I know who took it. I think it was Elephant. Oh, Elephant stole the cookie in the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Well, maybe it was Goat. Oh, Goat stole the cookie in the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Maybe it was Fox. Do you think so? Oh, Fox stole the cookie in the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Well, maybe it was Firefly. Quite an eclectic assortment of animals. Oh, Firefly stole the cookie in the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? We're running out of animals. I hope we can find that cookie. Oh, Owl stole the cookie in the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Owl, are you sure it wasn't you? I think you might have taken that cookie, didn't you? And here it is. Tahini. Thank you, Owl, for bringing back that cookie. All right, that was just delightful. Let's read this other book that I'm really excited about, Alfred and Albert. And it's really nice, by Morag Hood. This is the story of two aardvarks. I'm Alfred. I'm Albert. Alfred loved stars, broccoli, and picnics. Albert loved flowers, sunshine, and cheese. And they both loved sleeping quite a bit, except Albert slept all night, and Alfred slept all day. Which meant they had never met each other. Sometimes Alfred thought, I might like to be part of a pair. And Albert thought, I might like to be one of two. But most of the time, their minds were on other things. How green is broccoli? Will I have enough cheese? And so it looked like nothing would ever change. Unless somebody came up with a plan. But nothing changed when Albert was woken up one night. I wonder why I'm awake. So he turned over and fell back to sleep. And nothing changed when Alfred saw something very unusual. I wonder where that broccoli is going. So he carried on with his evening. No, nothing changed. Not even when they both got into a bit of a tango. How did all this string get here? I don't like string. It seemed nothing would bring Alfred and Albert together. Nothing at all, and that was very sad. I know how to cheer that bird up, thought Alfred. And in a way, he did. Because that is the story of how Alfred met Albert. That's an aardvark. How? And they all lived happily ever after, eating broccoli and cheese. Thank you for listening. Let's get up. Let's get some energy moving. I think elephant feels like a little dance. Don't you, elephant? Yes! Well, this song is Dance Any Way You Want To. Are you ready to dance? I know I am. Oh. Dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Did you stop? Oh, hop any way you want to. Hop any way you please. Hop any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Oh, swim any way you want to. Swim any way you please. Swim any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Oh boy, all that swimming and hopping and dancing, I'm a little worn out. Let's have a rest. Oh, sleep any way you want to. Sleep any way you please. Sleep any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Oh! You woke me up. All right. Well, let's have another story. We're Going on a Bear Hunt by Michael Rosen and Helen Oxenbury, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, grass, long wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, a river, a deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, mud. Thick, oozy mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, a forest. A deep, dark forest. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Stumble, trip, stumble, trip, stumble, trip. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, a snowstorm. A swirling, whirling snowstorm. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Woo, 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 woo. That's what a snowstorm sounds like. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh, a cave. A narrow, gloomy cave. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. What's that? One shiny wet nose, two big furry ears, two big goggly eyes. It's a bear! Back through the cave, tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Back through the snowstorm, woo, 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 woo. Back through the forest, stumble, trip, stumble, trip, stumble, trip. Back through the mud, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. Back through the river, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Back through the grass, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. Run into the house, run up the stairs. We forgot to shut the door. Run back downstairs, shut the door. Run upstairs, run into the bedroom, run under the covers. Whew. We're never going on a bear hunt again. The end. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, we're just about out of time, but we've got time for the pirate song. When I was one, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 2, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 3, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Good job, everyone. And now it's time for Knees Up, Mother Brown. All right. There was a girl from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. There, let's see. Oh, Alfred loved his broccoli. With Albert, they formed an aardvarkopoly. The only thing that they could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. The family went hunting for bears, and they really had some scares. The only thing that they could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. There was a teeny tiny man who loved to do handstands. Oh, not today. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Super fast. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. And wiggle, wiggle fingers right up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers and wave them all goodbye. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye.